Hello folks, welcome to the Tech channel. In our today lesson, we are going to learn how to use condition in JavaScript. And previous lesson was how to use comparison operators. And to access this code and how to run it locally, I already explained this on JavaScript introduction tutorial. I will leave the tutorial URL down of this video. So let's go directly and just make sure this is running. And also let's view this on the browser. And that now is running the text that we just see it here. This JavaScript conditions. First, let's just start to declare some variable here. First, we need to declare variable called max, and then assign this variable to 10. And then next variable gonna be called min, const min, and assign it to value will be 0. So max will be 10 and min will be 0. Let me just also add this variable here. So this variable called random number, so this will return a number between 0 and 10. Don't need to focus about this, so just ignore that. This is what it will do, return a value of a number between 0 and 10 every time. This will return a random number. So then here let's create another variable, call it just a tutorial name, which will be assigned with the let tutorial name. And the tutorial name, let's just add the same tutorial names as here, and it will be JavaScript condition. And here instead of this h2 h1 this text, let's just render that variable, which we need to pass it with this curly braces, will be tutorial name. Save it, go to the browser, still show that name. Actually we need just add this here, java j, and that it will fix this one. So let's start by our first condition here. Let's see, to declare a condition you would add this if and then open this parenthesis here. So you would open this parenthesis and then this curly bracket here. So inside this parenthesis then you would add your condition. In my scenario the condition would be you need to check if this random number is divided to number 2 or not. If divided to number 2, then try basically return or update this tutorial name to be HTML instead of JavaScript condition. If I save this one, so this random number every time will return a random number between 0 and 10. If this number is divided to 2, then try to just return HTML instead of JavaScript. If I go to the browser now, let's just as you see that's the JavaScript condition. If I reload now, nothing is happening. Let's also try to display just the random number so we can see what the actual random number is. And here just let's add HTML2 with the random number and just render the variable for the random number inside this curly braces. Save it, go to the browser, and that is now is 5 random number, and that's not divided to 2, which will be JavaScript condition. And now 10 is divided to 2, so it will display HTML. So that's the first condition that we can actually use in JavaScript. So this is a common way to write a condition. And next condition would be called a literal condition. So it will be same this condition. Let's declare, so we'll say this tutorial name will equal to HTML. First we need to check if this random number divided to 2, then add a ternary operator. If this logic is true, then try set it to be HTML. Otherwise, just set it back to this one, to this value, to the initial value. So if we save that one, and let's just comment out this here, as we explained in previous tutorial how to comment out multiple line, we can just add that backslash star and star backslash. But let's save it and just reload to just make sure this is getting correct. But 3 is not divided, JavaScript. If 9 not, 4 is divided to 2, so that's why HTML 10 is divided HTML and 2 is and 7 that's JavaScript. So this is still the same, is do the same basically logic for this condition, but the different syntax. This is a different syntax. Next one, it would be, let me just comment out. Next, the different way to write a condition in JavaScript, you will use switch condition. So this switch here, first you would add it, this is a syntax, you would basically call switch, then open this parenthesis, and inside this parenthesis would be your condition. In our scenario would be, you need to check this random number is divided to number 2. If this divided to number 2, then we return true. If this is true, is for example first case will be true. If true, then I need to set this tutorial name to be equal to CSS, for example, instead of HTML. If I sign like that, so then add break, and then next you can add multiple case basically. But for example, if true, do this. If false, for example, add HTML. And default, do nothing. If for example it's not true and not false, so default, do nothing. Just break. So break, this will be between each different cases. If we save it and go to the browser, reload, random number is 10, that divided to 2 will be CSS, and reload now 7 is not divided, it will be HTML, it's not divided to 2, and then 10, so basically that will be switched between CSS and HTML. So this is the next condition. So this is a different way also how to write a condition in JavaScript. First one will be just if open parenthesis, then curly bracket, inside you would add your logic, and next will be one line condition, which you call ternary condition, and by using this ternary operator, and plus and one, and that is called switch condition. So we can use switch function to, or this switch approach to other condition. So this is how to write a condition in JavaScript. So if there is any question, just leave it down on the comment section, and if you didn't subscribe until now, try subscribe to the channel so you can get all video and tutorials. And if you like, try to sum up the video, and I'll see you in very next tutorial.